Wow, thanks so much. What a great start to this fantastic day and night. Thanks to Melanie for all the hard work that she's put into organizing this, and to Asaf, and to all the other people that are here to speak and to share ideas. It's looking around the room an incredible honor to actually be here holding a microphone when I see the fantastic people, both students and from the community, that are here thinking about these things. And so thank you. This is a question that was asked, what's the academic role in sustainability leadership? And I want to echo Severin's issues or mention of climate change. I've been worried about climate change since I was an undergraduate student in the late 1980s and early 1990s. And really that's been the focus of my work. So when I first learned about it at a university talk much like this. And I've been thinking about it all this time, and I often think, well, it's not the most urgent thing, but to be honest, in the last 8 months, my thinking about the urgency of climate change has been altered drastically. And this is a few reasons for this. The first is the tremendous loss of Arctic sea ice this summer, unprecedented in our human history, and the possibility that our Arctic would be ice-free by 2015. We don't have any idea what this will mean for us. And this is the best scientific projections until now were that it wouldn't be ice-free until 2030. And so what we thought we had some time to worry about is here, today, now. And we also have had Hurricane Sandy to awaken the minds of those on the East Coast. But here in Peterborough and other places with significant drought this past summer, tremendously low water levels. So the impacts of climate change are here and now. We also know that our greenhouse gas emissions are rising faster than we ever had thought they might. And so just a few short years ago, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change had a series of scenarios. We're at the worst case in terms of what they thought we might be emitting in terms of greenhouse gases. So we're not getting better. We also have the International Energy Agency, which is one of the more conservative agencies in terms of projections, and they have one of the few agencies actually that can do really complex modeling of what our energy future might hold. And when they look at the world's energy future going out to 2030, their most recent report in 2011 said the window for a 2-degree warming is fast closing. And this is because of the infrastructure that we put in place, the buildings and the energy production methods that we have already. And unless we do something within the next 5 years, according to the International Energy Agency, that window for a 2-degree warming will be closed. That's the 450 parts per million greenhouse gas concentrations in the atmosphere, which really only gives us a fighting chance to maintain a stabilized climate. So Jim Hansen and others, certainly in the climate community, the Power Shift, are thinking about a 350 part per million limit as something that we can handle. So it's bleak. It's bleak because this story is not getting better, and the climate is only one of the myriad of environmental problems that we're facing. Severin mentioned the biodiversity crisis, which is also profound and significant. So we're in a tight spot, to put it mildly. So what? What do we do about this? And so I think about this. It keeps me awake at night. I sometimes find myself just standing there with a tear thinking about my children's future. And it's very tough. And one of the people here in this room, I'm so glad that she's here because I've based my idea of what we can do as a university on some of the things I've learned from Linda Slavin. And Linda's a great community developer. You can wave, Linda. She's an incredible community developer about how to build communities, find common ground. And one of the things that Linda said to me a while ago was that potlucks are incredibly powerful. The role of potlucks are incredibly powerful. And I'd like to think of our university as an ideas potluck, where we come together. And so this would be a place that's embedded in community, that reflects where we are and who we are. An ideas potluck would be a place where we get to know each other and we can have some of the honest discussions that we need to. The kind of discussions that don't necessarily happen without the trust that we need to have. And so, you get to know each other through a potluck and through discussions. We also have a chance in a potluck to show our best selves, to bring to the place the best of who we are, to show something amazing that we know how to make. And that it's okay also to be creative and to take risks. So we don't make necessarily the easiest thing to bring to that potluck, but we take a risk and we try something new. And it's okay because we celebrate diversity in a potluck. We think it's great that we're all different. And we celebrate risk-taking, that it's okay to fail. The meal doesn't have to be perfect. It's not about all the meal, it's about being together. And so a university or an ideas potluck would also be a place where people are uplifted, where they find a chance to build each other, to help each other out. And that's a place that I think we could be as an ideas potluck. And it's also a place where we learn what it means to be human in a very tough future. Because really, as things get tough, how are we going to live? And this is a chance for us in an academic space, in a place where it's academic. It doesn't matter, I guess, in that sense. But it does matter so much because we're learning here. And we're learning about these ideas which are paramount to solving the problems we have. But if we think of it, that metaphor of an ideas potluck, I think it helps us understand the place that an academy or a university can be. We're all in this together. So I'm going to stop with a quote, and because I started with something bleak, and so I want to stop with something a little more positive. And it's a quote from a theologian, Reinhold Niebuhr, and he's a Protestant theologian. And he says, "Nothing worth doing is completed in a lifetime. Nothing worth doing is completed in a lifetime. Therefore, we must be saved by hope."